A buddy of mine, Brian Adamson, and myself, we decided to create the Purpose to Profits Challenge, mainly because we saw something happening in the whole info marketing space, and a lot of people were making money, but not making money with fulfillment. And we felt that it was just as important to make money and be fulfilled. And whether a person is, for example, a lot of our clients actually are people that are doing some done for you work, and they're kind of getting burnt out from doing the done for you work, even though they're having great success, even though they're making a lot of, you know, revenue, but they don't have a lot of margin in their life to enjoy that revenue. And we said, you know what? We need to create something because you usually create something because you were doing that yourself, right? Most times you're solving your own problem and then you take it out to others. And so we wanted to find a way to take the expertise that people have and drive it towards something purposeful that people have. So both Brian and I went through similar journeys. We have we call this buy back your time stories, right? Where we were in jobs and then eventually got the dream jobs, maybe making good money on the jobs. And then after that, building businesses and going to the struggle phase of building the business and then building the business up and then building the business to the point where, we call it miserable millions, making a lot of money, but you're miserable. And we don't want people to either get there or we want people that are there to get out of there because it seems like you're winning, but you're not. You're like, it's like you're able to take your kids or your family anywhere you want, but guess what? You're not able to be present with them to enjoy it, and that's not appealing. And we wanted to just create a way for people to have a system to do that. So the Purpose to Profits challenge is essentially that. All we're doing over 5 days is helping people, use the same mechanisms that we use: webinars, challenges, irresistible offers, but all with the goal of building a business that's purpose driven and profitable, right? So it's not, we don't want one or the other. We don't want it to just be purpose filled and there's no profit system in there for you to profit in it. We don't want it to just be profit driven and not be purpose driven. So that's what we developed, man. It's a 5 day challenge and helping people to go through that experience. We've had some tremendous people come through this challenge and are getting some tremendous results already as we're building out this whole model.
I love that. I think that's a really an underserved market there, and it's really cool that you guys are doing that because exactly how you put it, like I love that term, miserable millions. Like that's so accurate. A lot of the people in our space are so gung ho around like hitting that next goal and that next objective, but in the process, they're essentially just losing their livelihood. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of how I see it, and it's just like you got to have the a lot of the I think the most controversial word you can say in the R space is balance, but it's like
Right, right, right.
right, but you got to have it. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, so what are some of the like processes that you help these people do in the challenge that help them get those kinds of results, like the types of funnels you're helping them build, the
Yeah.
sales process, and other things of that nature?
Yeah. So one of the things we teach on, I think it's day 4, we teach them the 4 paths to 6. 4 paths to 6 figures is what we're referring to. So there's a couple of paths to get there. I mean, there's multiple ways to get to any goal, right? So one is if they want to do something that helps them to do like a webinar to book call. We've done 6 figures with that model. So showing them a specific model that's authentic to them, and we want things to be where it's authentic to them, right? Some models are going to be better for others. Then there's a model of which is kind of similar to what we have at if people want to see it, purpose the number 2 profits challenge.com. That model is the direct to challenge model, and that's where we teach people how to go to a direct challenge funnel. A lower price point we found actually works better, especially if you're building up an audience and maybe you're not well known around the world like some of the influencers and things of that nature. So this is a direct to challenge model. That's another path to 6, which we've also proven there. The other method is a webinar to challenge model. Webinar to challenge model is where you use a webinar, free webinar, to sell a challenge ticket, and then you sell on the challenge you sell the high ticket offer. So that's been a proven model we've also mastered. That's where a lot of our clients have had their 6-figure days and multiple 6-figure days. And then the last model is the traditional model that most people do for webinars, a webinar to product model. So you're using the webinar and you're selling an offer that's typically 2K or under to sell a course, a workshop of something of that nature. And so that's one of the things we teach in our program. And even through the 5-day challenge, these are some of the things you'll learn how to master in our when they come inside our mastermind for this, how to do this effectively and consistently.
If you want to save time on watching all the episodes, but still get all the gold nuggets that we find from interviewing these 7, 8, and 9-figure entrepreneurs, then you can get all of that inside of the 2 Comma Club newsletter. Just go to 2ccnewsletter.com and subscribe.